better leverage. Right? Because what I should see, man, is whenever you go to here, boom, and you start to swing, the weight's kind of going into the heel now, which is good. What's going to straighten the front leg out? Boom, right at contact. So I'm saying you kind of spin around the ball of your foot a little bit, and that's why your knee stays a little bit flexed throughout the process. Okay?
Didn't I have to arm up?
No, I don't even like to think about locking up. I don't think it's that. I think it's more just a once you do it.
Because I can go like this, so then when I go like this.
Oh, is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to keep it bent so you can do it first?
No, that's how I always do it.
Okay.
That's why I can't make it.
So, let me see this for a second. Now you hold that. Let's pretend we're in the Olympics right now. Okay? That line right there is the foul line. And I'm going to take this. It's a hammer throw in. Sorry, I'm making it up. There we go. Right? So, but I'm going to get as much momentum to that line as I possibly can. But I can't go over that line. I'm going to try to throw this as hard as I can to break a record. Right? So would it make sense for me to run up on this and my knee to do this? No. To throw it as a wow.
Looks like you're over-exaggerating.
I know, but for the illustration.
Oh.
So for the illustration, it doesn't make sense, though, does it? I know it's an exaggeration. And so, would this make sense? That would make sense? Wouldn't this make sense? Watch. Wouldn't this make sense? To stay back against that as hard as I can, right? So I did this a few nights ago with one of my high school players, but he has a tendency of hitting with a flat tire on his front leg. And he started feeling this by going. So we started with him just running and throwing, and then he started just getting his nose side position, and he would go up, and then he would stay back. And that action right there helps me drive through the zone faster. It pops my hips harder, but if my knee stays bent, my hips will turn, but they're not exploding through.
Why do you think he wants you to do that, Keith?
So I have power behind the ball.
Right.
Yeah. More leverage. That's it. Leverage equals power. So run up to the foul line and throw it as hard as you can. Let's see what you think naturally is a good idea. Somebody in the stands just got destroyed.
Okay.
Somebody.
It like slipped right out of my hand.
So what does that mean in your swing? Why did that happen?
I'm letting go of the bat too late.
Too late, and you weren't going through exactly.
All the momentum's going.
There you go.
Yeah, look at you at time. Did you see what you just did with your front leg? Exactly. You naturally did what I asked you to do because, listen to me, this has nothing to do with baseball. This move we're trying to learn is not a baseball move. It's athleticism. I'm trying to use the ground as strong as I can. And that's the same for this, for basketball, for tennis, for the javelin throw, for the hammer throw, anything else in life. You're going to use the ground athletically. Okay? There we go. Do it again.
Have you ever seen bench warmers?
Come on, stop. Focus.
This is what he does to me in sessions where he distracts me because I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
It was always that little kid.
You did it.
Everyone-
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
hey, that was okay.
Right through. Okay, still a little bit flexed on the front side, but don't hurt yourself. Just try to feel the ground. This has very little to do with how hard you can throw a hammer. I'm trying to get you to feel the ground, okay? How you're using it. Good. That was pretty decent. Just a few more. I can't make you feel it, though. You got to feel it yourself.
Yep.
Negative leverage. Can I ask you a question now? Why aren't you, when you're throwing the hammer, why aren't you spinning on the ball of your foot?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't make sense, right? Why would you try to throw the hammer as hard as you could and have your ball of your foot spinning?
I don't think I tried to go that way at all.
Right. Apply it here. Okay, uno más. One more. Good job. Okay. Next time we'll give you a target. You really struggle with doing the hammer. Luckily you're a baseball player, not a hammer thrower. Right?
Hey.
Hey.
Hit that right there. See if you can throw it. Hit it right there. Yeah. See your wife.
Okay.
Come on, that's not important. That's
Okay.
not important. So, what I want you to feel now when you're hitting balls is that same muscle groups they were using when you got to the foul line, boom, to stay back and drive the barrel through. Okay? Now we got one to throw.
Okay, come on.
If a
Focus.
hammer throwing league ever opens
So, yeah,
up, will you look
call
into
me.
it?
Yeah, call me for sure.
I'm gonna be.
Come on,
the best.
focus.
Long strike? Or no strike?
Wide, yeah, no strike. Good, much better.
Maybe the pregame warm up is hammer.
Maybe throwing hammers.
Yeah.
Feel
Come
that
on,
same-
focus,
feel
focus.
That same athleticism, buddy, that you were using. Okay,
There you go.
that's really good. That's really good, man. I'm impressed. Right? Sometimes throwing hammers does work, I guess.
Yeah.
What works for you will
Oh.
come in.
And that's a sign of somebody that knows how to teach. And I'm not just saying that because
that's
you.
nice. Look, I'm telling you, what I was saying is
Yeah.
some kids will do it well, and then the next kid has no idea.
Yeah, and then you have something else that'll work for that other kid.
So it's that's a testimony to you, right, for taking it and doing something with it. Let's go. It's okay. Hey, if you swing the bat down here, you're going to do that a lot. It's just natural. Good. Good.
Just missed it.
Squirrely on that.
Yeah.
Okay. You certainly never fell over like that when you were doing the hammer. Oh, there's heel plant. That's pretty good.
So you know what he's looking for, right? What he's trying to get you to do, Keith? Okay.
So we're looking for a very solid base on that front side. Real solid. Once that heel gets in the ground, boom, I'm driving and I'm very solid here. Right? I think what I see every now and then, your front foot opens up quite a bit and your whole body rotates around your knee socket. And I'm trying to hit against my front side. Boom, right? Instead of using that to help my body turn around. You're using this as a pivot point, right? Use it as a leverage point to stay back against and drive the barrel. Okay? Awesome. You can do it.
I'm everyone's.
Stop.
I like the confidence. Good. Okay, you're good. Good solid there. What did we say we got last week would be a good show that you had complete leverage in your heel? What would happen as a result if you had perfect leverage in your heel? What would happen naturally? Your toes would do what? They'd kind of naturally kind of peel up, right? A little bit. Watch your favorite hitters. Sometimes their foot goes
Cabrera.
goes up. Okay, you're good. I don't mean that. That's not. I'm not telling you that so you start trying to lift your toes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that to get that heel in the ground here with that. Good stuff, man.
Even Derek?
There, Jeter.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was just. What a special dude that was. What was it that Jeter said that's really popular? Is, because he said when he would show up to the baseball field every day, he wasn't the most gifted athlete there.
No, but
He said
It was
that